roll A, take A.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Cody Davis.
And I'm Sarah Sedwig. Many people across Blacksburg rely on Blacksburg Transit to get them where they need to go. However, if you are trying to get somewhere in the morning, you may run into some difficulty. Many routes on the Blacksburg Transit's bus schedule have often become overcrowded during the mornings. This leaves students and members of the Blacksburg community in a tough spot in regards to their daily schedule. Users of Blacksburg Transit will have to change their schedule. Several buses will drive right past the bus stop because they are at max capacity. Users of Blacksburg Transit will have to change their schedule if they do not want to be stuck waiting at a bus stop all morning. One suggestion by students is adding more buses to busier routes.
Honestly, I believe they should have the buses come, every 5 minutes, especially for buses that know they're going to be packed.
Blacksburg Transit plans to add more articulated, otherwise known as the quote-unquote bigger buses, to its more popular routes, but only certain routes are capable of using them because of the way the roads are. Certain routes have turns that the larger buses simply cannot make. Blacksburg Transit plans to purchase 4 more articulated buses and plans on adding service on routes with high frequency. This will go into effect in August 2018. For more information on routes and schedules, you can visit btransit.org. Up next, the Virginia Tech baseball program is currently making improvements to their stadium. These additional features will expand the team's training as well as appeal to the fan base. Newsfeed reporter Amber Miller has more on this report.
The Virginia Tech baseball facilities are under renovation as they plan to expand and improve their training access. New improvements such as a spacious stadium for additional seating, a new press box, modernized concession areas, a new patio area, as well as a new entrance that will celebrate the legacy of English Field. Premium seating areas for fans and a new clubhouse for the team are also among the anticipated enhancements.
The new park is going to be really important to not only us, but for the fans to come support us. It gives them a lot more opportunities, more space, more different seating arrangements, obviously, more room for everyone to come. It also just gives a real ACC feel to it as well.
Another major improvement for the team will be the construction of a clubhouse and the ground floor of the Jim Weaver baseball hitting facility. The space will be redone with an expanded locker room and player lounge, along with a team, equipment, and video room for players and coaches to do individual skill work.
Guys will be able to spend all their, free time in between classes and whatnot over in a facility that has the field, batting cages, training room, so they'll be around baseball stuff a whole lot more than the setting that we have right now for them.
The enhancements to English Field at Union Park will bring the Virginia Tech baseball facilities better in line with others in the ACC. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Amber Miller.
The Virginia Tech wrestling team hosted their final duel of the season on Saturday afternoon, taking on ACC rival North Carolina on senior night. A crowd of over 3,000 Hokie fans were on hand to show their appreciation for the two seniors. The Hokies used a pair of key upsets and strong showings by seniors Dennis Gustafson and Jared Hott to beat the Tar Heels 21-9. The win marked the 13th of the season for the 9th-ranked Hokies. Virginia Tech is currently tied atop the ACC standings and features 6 wrestlers ranked in the top 20. Coach Tony Roby was pleased with his team's effort and is looking forward to both the ACC and NCAA tournament.
A shot to win an ACC dual meet championship. We got a shot to win an ACC tournament championship, where we got a bunch of individuals that have chances to win national championships and be All-Americans. So if you can't get excited about wrestling right now, something's wrong.
The team will now travel to rival Virginia on Sunday before a duel at 6th-ranked North Carolina State on February 16th.
Just ahead on the newsfeed, improvements and extensions made to the Huckleberry Trail, and what you need to know about the detours.
That story and more after this break.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
Welcome back to the Newsfeed. I'm Sarah Sedgwick.
And I'm Cody Davis. The trial of David Eisenhower, a former Virginia Tech student, started on Monday, February 5th. Eisenhower is accused of killing 13-year-old Nicole Lovell, who was murdered on January 27th of 2016. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges: murder, abduction, and concealing a body. Newsfeed reporter Samantha Smith has more on this story.
It all started 2 years ago. According to a statement made to police by Natalie Keepers, Eisenhower's accomplice, Lovell and Eisenhower met at a party. The trial of David Eisenhower starts on February 5th when a 14-person jury is seated.
Opening statements are set to begin at 1 p.m. on February 6th, right here at the Montgomery County Courthouse, followed by the prosecution's first witness.
Resident advisor for West Ambler Johnston, Jamie Reed, says those who were Virginia Tech students when the news broke are still invested in the case. This is especially true for his residents who live in the same dorm as Eisenhower did.
The residents that were here, that were enrolled at university at the time, they're definitely talking about it. They feel like they're almost like they're a part of it because they are in the building where the guy lived.
Collegiate Times news editor Izzy Rossi was a senior in high school when Nicole Lovell's death made national news.
It definitely made me have second thoughts about going to tech. It's definitely something that you hear and kind of worry about. But in the end, it didn't end up affecting my decision.
According to officials, the trial is expected to last about 10 days. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Samantha Smith.
Flu season has taken over. It's apparent by the number of students sneezing and coughing on campus, if they're even able to make it out of bed. As the flu has spread throughout Virginia Tech, is it spreading into local businesses as well? News reporter Kelly Perazzo has more on this story.
When all the students return from the holidays in mid-January, it is as though the flu is coming to the school for a fresh start as well.
It's honestly really tough because we're all living together, so one roommate gets sick, the next does, and then it turns into the entire hall, and then the entire dorm is sick, and so it's really, really tough, especially in this facility.
Traffic picks up at Virginia Tech's Schiffer Health Center. The health of college students are affecting those beyond the campus. Employees at local businesses are catching the, quote, plague as well. With the illness spreading into the town of Blacksburg, it is critical for businesses to be aware of the potential germs being shared. Reporting for the Newsfeed, this is Kelly Perazzo.
The Huckleberry Trail in Montgomery County continues to grow as a result of the town of Blacksburg's 2017-2018 Comprehensive Plan. The plan includes an extension to the trail along the 460 bypass to the Hethwood community and eventually to Blacksburg's Gateway Park. Despite construction, the trail will remain open with detours in place until the expansion is finished. Newsfeed reporter Alexis Walsh has more on the story.
Construction to the Huckleberry Trail running through Blacksburg will not stop trail users' ability to use the trail. The town of Blacksburg's 2017-2018 Comprehensive Plan lists 12 new Huckleberry Trail additions as high priorities. Virginia Department of Transportation, better known as VDOT, continues to work closely with the town to complete the 2-year plan. Dean Crane, director of Blacksburg's Parks and Recreation Department, describes the importance of VDOT's close communication.
VDOT has been super through the whole process. They've kept the town very well in the loop. If there's a closure for some reason because of construction, they'll give us plenty of notice so we're able to tell the public. And the communication has worked very, very well. They easily could have shut the trail down to do that big construction. And they didn't, because the town said it is a necessary recreational amenity. We have to have it. And they worked very hard to keep that open for us.
Virginia Tech senior Callie Brooks says she has been walking on the Huckleberry Trail since freshman year of college.
Excited because it would be more mileage to walk my dog, but I was pretty concerned because I didn't want it to be closed down or there to be weird detours. So I'm really excited they kept it open. I'm really excited to see the new extension.
For overall updates on detours and construction, trail users are encouraged to visit the Friends of the Huckleberry Trail's website at www.huckleberrytrail.org. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Alexis Walsh.
The Virginia Tech real estate program is undergoing some home improvement. Back in January, the program received a check for $2 million, a donation officials say couldn't have come at a better time. Last year, the program was ranked for the first time against other top-rated real estate programs in the country. Administrators say that the money will go toward experimental learning and training that will make Virginia Tech graduates more hireable. Along with funding off-campus tours of real estate projects, the donation will also help to provide professional financial software and training. It will also aid in keeping up with the growing amount of students enrolled, as the program has grown over 5,000% in 5 years.
That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Sedgwick.
And I'm Cody Davis.